Years in the making, the fire department has warned of dire consequences, saying that they need more money, they need more firefighters, and they warned of this as recently as last month. At that commission meeting, you said it's dire. Someone will die.
It's eerie listening to your words because that's what occurred. So it's, let me just take a minute, sorry.
Fire Captain Freddie Escobar,
You're not supposed to make me cry.
35-year veteran of the Los Angeles Fire Department, wishes he'd been wrong, and this had not happened. For years, the LAFD union president warned that a disaster like the Palisades fire could happen. And while the cataclysmic weather conditions were historic, Escobar also blamed something predictable that hurt the firefight: money.
This is a woefully understaffed fire department. We either going to have a fire department that's going to reflect 2025, or we're going to have a fire department that's going to reflect the 1960s.
I heard you had to evacuate your home.
Yes, like most people I had to. I got lucky, you know, the winds moved, but, you know, the fire was coming and all that stuff, so I feel lucky.
Are you guys back in?
And I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet, you know?
Yeah, right, I know, it's right.
Oh, my God. All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean and then just...
A CNN analysis shows out of the 10 biggest cities in the nation, Los Angeles ranks 9th when it comes to the number of firefighters per resident.
That's crazy.
And it shows millions of dollars in rescue equipment is just sitting in a lot, unused, because the fire department can't afford to hire the mechanics to repair it.
I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet, you know?
Yeah, right, I know.
LA's fire chief said in a recent memo, the fire department's staffing levels were half the size of what they should be.
If we cut one position, if we close one station, if we close one resource, the residents of Los Angeles are going to pay the ultimate sacrifice, and someone will die.
Just last month, fire personnel packed an LA Fire Commission meeting, begging the city to rethink the budget.
These cuts came at exactly the wrong time, with calls for services at an all-time high and our firefighters at their breaking point.
We are straining our department's resources beyond the brink, and we cannot continue on this path.
City Councilwoman Tracy Park was there, too.
There are large swaths of the city with no emergency response resources available.
That's crazy.
We're going to be having the same conversation next year and the year after.
We can't. We can't. I think that people are rightly upset, not only that this happened, but there is a sense that we as local leaders needed to do more for them. I feel like I let them down. And I've been screaming about it from the day I came in. And so I think there is an obligation of us to not let this be for nothing. I think this has to be the wake-up call.
LA Mayor Karen Bass said at a recent press conference that the budget didn't have an impact on the firefight here in the Pacific Palisades, mainly because of the unprecedented nature of these fires. Now, there has since been a city council meeting. Mayor Bass, as well as members of the city council, according to the fire union, appear to be much more on board about increased funding for the fire department. And the fire union says that they do feel that things may begin to change.
I think everybody did a great job.
Yeah.
Unlike the internet, you know?
Yeah, right, I know, it's right.
Oh, my God. All of these fire experts. Why didn't you just fly a helicopter into the ocean and then just...
That is so crazy how badly Southern California is mismanaged. That is the 5th largest economy in the world. The money they get through, from taxes,
billions of dollars,
and they don't have the resources.
They don't have the resources to have water in the fire hydrants.
They don't have the firefighters.
Yeah, and about the Mayor Bass said that the budget cuts had no impact on what happened.
Flat out lie.
I mean, have you ever seen where a Democrat accepts responsibility and accountability for anything?
Yeah.
I have never seen that, so it
Right.
doesn't shock me. And I think Bill Burr has a problem challenging authority.
Yeah, he does.
He was on Joe Rogan.
You know what I think it is? He don't want to rock the boat because he's in Hollywood. He's a comedian. Things he says, so he sounds like to me he's trying to appeal more to Democrats with these comments he made on Jimmy Kimmel.
Well, I think he has a inclination not to challenge authority. He was on Joe Rogan show, and he had this to say. Check this out.
They did. They have like an impossible. They did and they didn't. There was people right the whole time. There's been on my street walking around, no masks. You know, not quarantining like the people that come by the houses. You see, and you know the same people that were going in and out of the house who are not part of their family still going in and out of the house.
You want people to walk down the street with a mask on?
Let's not start this, John.
Do you though?
Let's not start this. Okay,
Let's start it.
I don't want to start this. I'm not going to sit here with no medical degree, listening to you with no medical degree, with an American flag behind you, smoking a cigar, acting like we know what's up better than the CDC. All I do is I watch the news once every 2 weeks. I'm like, mask or no mask? Still mask? All right, mask. That's all I give a about. I don't care.
Yeah, you're definitely right. Bill Burr has a mentality not to question authority, and that could hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
Like same thing for these fires in California. He don't want to question authority.
Yeah.
If you don't question authority, how do things get fixed? They don't get fixed.
Because just because they're elected officials does not make them perfect.
Doesn't
They
make them
mistakes.
superior.
And when you're like an elected official, you're less likely to admit that you're wrong.
Right.
How often do you see politicians admit that they're wrong?
Yeah.
Especially Democrats. They're not.
But walking down the street with a mask you can very easily say that sounds absurd. You don't have to have a medical degree for that.
Yeah.
Walking down the street with a mask, does that sound right? I mean, I don't need a medical degree. I don't even need a high school diploma to say that's absurd.
Well, see,
He does have a problem with challenging authority.
yeah. And I understand none of our experts, none of us works for the CDC.
Right.
But the thing that you brought up that you only watch the news, let's say once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention.
Yeah, and I think he missed some of the things that they was trying to make us do.
That's what upset conservatives.
Yeah.
Because they kept changing what to do and what not to do.
Yeah. You remember when they said, "Oh, take the jab, you get all your rights back." Oh, now you got to get a booster shot. Oh, there's another variant. Oh, you got to get another booster. And they was even forcing that on people who already had the disease.
Right.
Why would they force the CDC, the experts? I've already had disease. Why I got to take a vax? Why?
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
Yeah.
And the social distancing thing, junk science. The virus only travels 6 feet at a time.
Yeah. I think it's like you got to be able to challenge authority when it seems like they're getting it wrong because we're following all their instructions.
Yeah.
Like they said, get the vax. The experts, the CDC, get this vax, right? And you're going to be fine. Then people's getting the vax. They'll still get COVID. They say, oh, okay, yeah. You're still going to get COVID.
Yeah.
But you're not going to die from it. But then people still dying from it. They're like, wait a minute. They were really old. They had one foot in the grave. They were going to die anyway. It's like you keep changing your story.
Yeah.
You got to be able to challenge that. That's what Burr, he gets in trouble. You're not going to challenge that?
Yeah. Like people with his mentality, you're not going to hold the people, elected officials in California accountable. You most definitely not going to hold the CDC and the experts accountable to what they did to the American people during the pandemic.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a medical degree.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not an expert. You don't have to be. You just have to have common sense. Yeah.